So, hey, everybody, Broken
Hey,
Heads
what's going
here.
on, everybody? How you doing?
Hey, doing good. Let's cut all the small talk. So, anyway, Josh, I got a treadmill the other day.
So I assume because of COVID-19 and everything that's going on in this world, you decided that going to Planet Fitness or whatever gym you wanted is no longer viable for you.
Let me tell you, you're way off base. So,
Really?
in my wonderful neighborhood, there's a lot of walking going on. You look out
Yes.
the windows, people walking up and down all day
Really?
long.
Are they
So,
all within the same age, roughly, as you and
no,
your lovely family? All over the place. Older, younger,
older,
what?
younger, middle,
It's a plethora of different ages.
strollers, walking,
Wow.
running,
You got everything going on
bike
in that.
riding,
It's a
everything.
microcosm of the U.S. right in your neighborhood.
This is a melting pot of Massachusetts. So when obviously when it was warm and mild, I'm going for walks like every day.
Were
It's
you going
great.
by yourself?
Oh yeah, I'm walking because I can. This is the main road, but I can right down this. Not even 2 minutes. I take a right. And it's more quiet. I
Okay, so
walk
you're not
down there.
necessarily in a neighborhood, but you have
It's a
neighborhoods around you.
it's yeah it's a neighborhood, but this where I'm at is a main road. But if you take a
Okay.
left or right, it's like neighborhood. It's like
Now, could I buy crack or I find a whore on your street to buy?
N- uh, yes,
Could you?
but you'd have
Okay.
to go a few miles down.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's what
Not
I
not
always
over
tell
here.
them. I always tell them
Not
to go
over
down
here.
too. So, anyways, so because it's getting colder,
That's right.
you want to keep it up. So you had asked me off camera what I how much he would think that how much he spent on his new treadmill. And
Yes, we
I
always
said,
like to do that.
yes, we do. It's kind of a game. It's the
It's
price is
fun.
right. Adam's usually very good, and I will be honest with you. We go to Macy's a lot, and we'll play this back when we were working together.
Yes, it's
Back
fun.
in when the world was whole and real. So yeah, and I told my response was, I'm going to tell you what I would probably spend on a new treadmill, and then I'm going to say what I think because I think you're a little more frisky, you're a little more frugal when it comes to these things.
Josh is a big spender. I will disclose that up front.
Yes, they call me Jump the Gun Josh, and there's a whole
Jump the gun,
different bunch
Josh.
of reasons why they call me that. And
This
part of
guy,
that is spending too much money on things sometimes.
this guy, I've seen his guy throw down like there's no tomorrow. We'll go to the mall. Someone will say, "Oh, well, you could buy 8 and get 1 free," and he's like, "Sold."
One free? You got me. I'm getting 16. 2 for
Yeah,
free.
right. All right,
Okay,
so go ahead.
okay, this is the treadmill you bought. Now, here's the big question I'm going to ask you. You buy
Uh-oh.
this new or used?
New,
Okay.
I
So
think.
I would probably spend about $500 on a good treadmill. Okay. My gut though is telling me that the Adam household would probably spend less than that, and I'm guessing between 3 and 350.
Hmm. And what if you're right and what if you're wrong on your guess? Does it mean anything?
Well, not I mean, and when it comes down to it, no, it doesn't, right?
Okay, probably
I
not.
just I lose the showcase and then I go
That's
home.
right. Yes. And thank you, Bob. I will be bidding on the final showdown.
That's right.
Showcase.
But real quick, did you hear? There was a dude who watched that show with his wife all of the time. I forget when this was, like back in the '80s, and he knew all of the prices. Like he had played it, and they had calculated the prices, and they knew it. So he actually got on the show, and he
Oh, he
got
killed
picked,
it.
right? And then he got to the showcase, and he got the exact number
Holy
on the
shit.
showcase. So he won both of them, and they call him kind of a cheater, but it's not cheating. He wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't. The prizes weren't taken away from him. He knew what those things cost. He knew the actual retail value of these things, and he added up. Did you ever hear about that?
I didn't, but there are people that have these photographic memories. They
Yep.
remember everything.
I'm not
I've
one of
seen
those
some
people.
documentary. No, me neither. But you know what? That's where maybe this love comes from. Because I used to watch Price is Right all the time. I always remember like trying to guess the prices of the dish detergent and all that bullshit.
Yes.
Maybe this is where I got my
The
knack
excitement
for it.
in your yes,
Yes,
it could have been.
yes.
Okay, so again,
So
my guess again, I would spend about $500 on a good treadmill, and then I said that you
okay,
would probably spend between 3 and 350
three
on
three
yours.
fifty. And why? What makes you say I would only spend three
Well,
fifty?
because typically, as I am a jump the gun big spender,
You
you
think
have
I
been a
would?
little more frugal.
Okay, okay, okay. All right.
And I'll be
So
honest with you, before you even go this route, I used to work in a sporting goods store. You know, ever heard Play It Again Sports?
Oh my God. Play it again,
So
Sam.
we used to have new and used stuff like that. So you have to take things in.
Hi,
So I
everybody. Josh
remember
Rock here.
now the prices of these things. Play Again Sports, where we buy and sell new or used equipment. Anyways,
I think I
um,
remember you told me about this.
yeah, I was excited. I made my own. Anyways, so I kind of had a very fuzzy understanding about what the prices were, but that was shoot 15, 20
Oh,
years ago almost.
yeah.
So
They're a lot.
things could have changed. It could have been like now a nice one could be like $200. So I don't know. Please go ahead, regale.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. You know, these things can get up there, as I'm sure you know. You being a professional in the sporting goods world, I'm sure you had seen many
I
treadmills that
was a
go for.
varsity athlete for Played Against Sports. Oh, and by the way, so okay, before you even give me the price, can you tell me where you purchased this from?
It was on Amazon.
Amazon. Okay, so we are well under $500.
Okay, good. I'm glad you think that. So let's break it down. So to Josh's guess, initially, well, you know, it's tough because there's a lot of reviews and you're like, trying to find themes about good or bad and whatnot. And you're like, shit, I don't know. You know what? Too many people
Right.
saying like,
Yeah, reviews are
yeah,
huge. They're
and they,
huge.
they could either be your best friend or your worst enemy because you could drive you crazy.
But they can.
They can drive
Now,
you crazy.
let me before you did this, I keep on interjecting, I'm sorry, but before
That's
you
okay.
actually made this purchase, you obviously had to get the okay from the CEO of the family. And how difficult or easy was that process?
Well, let me tell you why it was easy, Josh. That's a good question.
You said, honey, I was just told I have a heart murmur. And if I'm going to make it past next year, I have to get a treadmill.
Well, so here's it. That was cute, but here's the real reason.
That was cute.
So, you know, in the summer, I was trying to get my daughter to walk with me a lot. And she just like very, very rarely would do it. Now, prior to us even living here, when my wife and daughter were going to Planet Fitness, and my daughter was on the treadmill like a lot, you know, I don't know, 4 miles at a clip. So I was like, all right, great. You know, she's going to want to come walking with me because, you know, she loved the treadmill. She's like, no, I don't want to do a walking. She's like, but if we get a treadmill, I'll do the treadmill. So that was the key selling point. It wasn't for me, it's for us.
That's right. And that's how you have to do it. You got to sell it that way.
Yes. And I received zero resistance. Zero.
So from the start, you got the okay from the CEO.
Green light. Beep,
Wow.
beep. Green light was
Funding was approved immediately.
Yes. Funds were deposited in my account for purchase.
So when you got that green light, was there a part inside you that got excited? Because buying things makes us excited. As a country, I think that's who we are. Like we like to buy things
because we make decisions really off emotions.
Absolutely,
right? Not facts.
Indeed. That's where reviews come in, right? And we like to use those as facts, though they may not necessarily be. We talked about earlier how Amazon has kind of really started this process of having companies sell their ratings.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought this up because I might have said this to you before, but there was a period of time, maybe going back about 4 or 5 years ago, where you would go to a site like Best Buy or Target, and there would be like 5 reviews per product on average. It was like absolutely like 0 reviews. When you go today to the Best Buy, they have thousands of reviews. Mm-hmm. And back in my mind, I'm thinking, are that many people leaving reviews on Best Buy?
Mm-hmm.
Thousands. I'm talking thousands for some products. When like years back, not that long ago, there was hardly any.
Yeah.
That's suspicious in my mind.
Well, I attribute that to a couple of things. I attribute that really mostly to the technology of people now having smartphones and able to leave reviews right from their phone, where before it was laptop or, it was cumbersome to do so. So I think it's a lot easier. There's also companies that have bots and they actually have these things that actually go and just make up bullshit reviews. And that's Amazon tries to crack down on those. Amazon has been one of the leading companies to crack down on that, but
I feel like still happens. I feel like when you see verified purchase, that means like I bought the shit and here's my review.
Agree.
So it seems like it's legit, but I don't know.
But I've seen ways around that where I've seen the exact same review, like word for word on a verified purchase, and then right below it, I'm not even kidding, like the exact same review with a different username, verified. So I think there's a way around it.
I bet there is.
But anyways, sorry. So back.
Anyway, so I was looking at the five. There was a few models ranging from like 3 to 5.
Hmm.
I thought 5 on the high end. That's like the most I want to spend. But I'm like, I can't go too cheap because these things will probably
Right. You
break
don't want to
down.
buy something that's going to break down on you in
Yeah,
half a
yeah,
year.
exactly. So I'm like, shit. Like I really gotta like feel this out.
And
And
your wife gave. So you said when you were talking this over with your wife, did you said, okay, I'm going to spend, I think $500 is the max I want to spend, or what number did you use?
carte blanche.
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Well,
Sorry.
first of all, I
Wrong.
just told you I wasn't gonna go over 5. That was my limit.
Okay.
So and to be honest, I didn't talk to her
You
about
didn't
it.
say anything about
No,
prices.
nope.
Okay.
Carte blanche,
Okay.
up to 500. so, so the thing that really got me was Amazon does this nice little thing of bestsellers and this and that, right? As you go
Hmm.
down
Like
similar
who they
results.
recommend. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So they had one recommended bestseller, a lot of reviews for about 400. And so I was going back and forth between 3 to 500, like 1, 2, 3 models roughly. I decided to go with the porridge that was just right. Not too hot,
Yep.
not too cold, just right.
Now, is that mama bear or is that baby bear? I'm trying to think how that works.
So I went with the $400 model.
400. Okay, so you're over the number I would have figured you'd be at, but you're
That's
under
right.
what I would have spent.
But I did have my eye on the 500 too, but it was really a matter of kind of reviews and the bestseller. And it's the 500 I wasn't totally against because, like I
Yep.
said, I was like, I got to invest some money here. I
But
don't
you
want
just
it to
didn't
fall
see the
apart.
justification and maybe features and benefits that one had.
That's right. I think one of them, I can't really remember, but maybe the 500 had like auto incline where mine I have to manually adjust it, which
You
is really not a
peasant.
big deal. It's really not a
And
big
crank
deal.
it up by yourself.
And I got to say, I put it together last night and I already ran a mile on it I walked a mile on it last night and it was fantastic.
Well, okay, so here's the big one. This is important when it comes to these machines. What is the maximum speed on this bad boy?
10 miles per hour,
That's very solid.
which I will never get to. I'll have a heart attack.
Wow. And you've already done a mile. So I've been to the gym with you in the past, and
Yes.
back in the day, I used to be a svelte, smooth wrestling machine. So
Josh is pretty good. Yeah.
I could
He's good.
definitely hang. Where do you keep, what are you like? 3.6, 3.1? What's your
Yeah.
walking speed or your brisk pace?
I try to do a 3.7.
3.7. Okay.
Yeah.
And you'll go a mile. I mean, does it have the ability? Well, since it doesn't have the auto incline, I guess it really can't give you like this is your route. It's going to go up and down, right? It will give you a steady incline the whole time.
Yeah, you're like on it the whole time. It's not like routed to like the
No different, no
LCD.
change of resistance or anything.
Well, that would be the incline.
But yeah, and sometimes okay, it would be.
Yeah.
It would be. Okay.
Okay.
So $400. That's fantastic. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. It looks great. It's just especially in the daytime when the sun's out, the window in the basement just comes right in, so it's plenty of light.
Nice.
I mean, last night I did it with the lights on and whatever, and
you did it with the lights on. Now, in my house, we don't do it with lights on anymore. Back in the day, we did, but we definitely lights are off now.
Now, what is your wife get freaked out by you? Is it too many gray hairs? Like what?
No, I think it's her own concerns. Sometimes I like the lights out for me. Don't look at me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't want to see this roll that used to be there. So here's what we want to do going forward with Broken Heads. And obviously we'll still have our little anecdotes and our stories and our life lessons.
Of course.
But what we'd like to do, and we'd love to get some feedback from you folks. In fact, I'm asking you to do it.
Stop saying folks, please.
People.
Yeah, thank you.
Subs.
God.
I'll call them my subs.
Hi, folks.
That's what people say. Okay, subs. So here's what I want.
Do they say that? That's so sad. All right.
I know, but then they have like subs, and I have a dom and a sub. I got to. So then it's a whole sexual thing. Dom, sub. Anyway, whatever. Subs. All my subs.
It's my YouTube family tree.
Adam and I, and again, I'm going to go ahead and throw this out to my brother who came up with this idea. Well, he's just always there with ideas, and he's itching,
just
Adam.
yeah.
He is itching to get you out and him in. And
Well,
here he
where
comes
was
again.
he? Where was he before I came along?
He's there, been waiting in the wings.
He had no interest in
He's
joining
hidden
forces.
in the shadows, like a ninja. Like a ninja. Just he's twirling his little handlebar mustache. He's biding his time. So, folks, what we'd like to do is do some interviews with some up and coming comedians. They could be local, they could be from across the country, but we'd like to spend 10 or 15 minutes with them, ask them some questions, and maybe
berate them.
Berate. Well, absolutely goes without saying, but I didn't want to say on this one.
Yeah, this is not going to be like some formal interview. So, when did you get started in comedy?
What was it that drove you to comedy? No,
that's not funny.
Brokin Heads style.
Yes, that's right.
Which is in your face. Which is jumping.
We already have our first contestant, Little Pete.
We do.
We're going to try to line that up.
And who is Little Pete? You ask. Well, you don't know, but you will learn who Little Pete is.
Little Pete
in the coming days. So we want to turn this around. So we want to know from our subs. Is this something you'd be interested in? Having us do quick little interviews with some up and coming comedians across the country. Yes or no?
Yeah. I'm definitely interested. I could answer that for you myself now.
Well, you're not a sub.
Okay. No.
If you were a sub, then you could. I
wish I was a sub.
I want to be a sub.
I want to be a sub.
I want to be a sub. What's it take to be a sub?
Fuck
so, folks,
subs.
there you have it. Hopefully, a quick one today. We'll let you get back to it. It's getting cold out there.
Yes. Today was cold, and you're deep into the woods.
I'm above the north wall, which is a reference to Game of Thrones, which you probably wouldn't know.
Deeper and deeper. No, I don't. I've never seen it.
No,
but do you know this one? Deeper and deeper.
Maybe.
Deeper and deeper.
Give me more context.
That should be all I need to say.
That should be all I need. I don't know. It's probably some stupid movie that you love. It's Barbershop or something. I don't know what.
Absolutely not. It's a universal movie that I'm sure you've seen a handful of times at a minimum.
Okay.
Close your eyes. I want you to count backwards.
Oh yeah, that's and then he has a heart attack.
Oh, now you get it.
Has the heart attack.
So you couldn't pick up one. Deeper and deeper.
No, I didn't, because I wasn't seeing you as an overweight fat man doing it.
Oh, well.
It's Office Space is what it is.
Yeah, that's right. Is that a good movie?
It's a very good movie. Yes, indeed.
All right.
Maybe we'll get a comedian from the Office Space and bring him in.
Oh, my God. You know, that guy, the main character, whatever his name was in the movie, he was in The Conjuring. Can you believe that?
Yeah. Well, you also know he was also in Band of Brothers.
I don't know that.
Again,
Christ.
You don't know freaking Game of Thrones? You don't know Band of Brothers?
I know nothing.
I'm going to call HBO and say, hey, this guy doesn't get it, because those are both shows from HBO. So shame on you.
You're a band of my brother.
You're a band of my brother. You're a Band-Aid off my brother.
Your brother is out of the band, in fact.
That's right. Oh, my brother wants to be in the band, so get ready. So bring your A game. So, folks,
all right, are we playing Making the Band now?
We are playing Making the Band, starring Adam and Josh. So look for that, folks. Hopefully, if it's something you want to do, please, let's hear it. Let's hear what you want to do. Hey, if you've got some ideas, you guys can be the puppet masters. We'll be your puppets, and we'll do what we want to do.
I'll tell you what.
It can't be sexual, though.
Listen, I'll pay you. I'll pay you for the ideas.
That's right.
Because we're probably not going to get any on our own.
No.
Well, I'm willing to pay.
Need some sort of break. Listen, folks, we want a break. And if it takes you out there to get us that break, one way or the other, or another, we're going to go ahead and do it. We're
going to start with Little Pete. I'm going to hit him up online.
Is it Little Pete or is it Lil Pete? Like L-I apostrophe L, like Lil Pete. I think to me, Lil Pete is funnier than Little Pete.
Well, it seems more common to be Little, right?
No, was this a name that you gave him?
I gave him this name, yes.
So if you said to him, and I'll maybe ask him, is he bothered with that? Because Lil Pete is like myself. We're from the shorter clan.
No, he's smaller than you, I believe.
Not much.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's smaller. He's Little Pete. You're not Little Josh.
All I know listen to me. I was called little and short all my life. Until I was able to protect myself. And then people started to shut up and give me the respect that I deserved before I go Steven Seagal in their ass.
You don't resemble like little Josh to me, but Pete resembles little Pete because
All right.
he's like,
Well, I want
he's
to
not
ask him
only
about that.
short, but he's
I want to
not.
ask him about that name and if it
I
bothers
would
him.
too. I
You
would
know,
too.
are you
Maybe
bothered by the name Little Pete?
you know, he did drive a. I believe he drove
A forklift?
a. He drove a
Semi?
Ford Explorer. He drove an SUV.
Yeah.
You know why, right?
Did he have like a phone book on anything?
My
Pillows?
car is not going to be little. I'm not driving a Tercel.
If I get smashed in an accident, I'm smashing you. You're not smashing me. I've been smashed enough in my life. I'm doing the smashing.
That's what we're going to talk about, Pete. We know we're gonna get into the comedy.
Yeah, we'll get into that comedy crap. We want to know, why did you drive a Ford Explorer SUV? What was the reason, Pete? Because we think we know what the answer is.
Yeah, Pete. Clearly, you want to showcase your big personality.
Well, anyways, folks, so there you have it. Hope you had a good time with us. I hope you're excited about the future and what it holds. And I hope our subs leave some comments, because I'm getting tired of, thumbs up is nice, but give us like a, hey, that was funny, or that was stupid, or Adam needs to grow his hair, or Josh needs to get rid of that hat, or Josh needs to grab the saber behind him and take the saber out and impale himself.
Oh my
something.
God. Oh my God, that
Please
saber.
Give us something so we know our subs are alive. Okay?
Subs. I love a chicken cutlet sub, by the way.
Ooh, chicken cutlet
sub. One of my favorites. Yeah. With a seeded roll, a sesame seeded roll.
Well, some mayo on it, lettuce, tomato.
Mayo, lettuce, tomato, provolone.
Pickle? No. Do you do pickle? No pickle. No. Are you a pickle guy anyways? Like when you have pickles on burgers? No.
No, I don't use pickles on
burgers. Is it
burgers.
Onions that you don't like either?
No, I like onions.
You like onions. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Well, there you go, folks. You like onions. That's breaking news.
Hey, we'll save that for the next episode.
Yeah, we'll talk onions next time.
The onion episode.
Until then, folks, hey, be funny, be silly, be smart.
Most importantly,
be broken.
Be broken.
Thank you.
Thank you.